The excitement of the NBA is on the way. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. You'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Look at Utah. And the basket by Kamare.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Here's Leonard. And yep, and he drops after rolling around the rim.
Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive. On the offensive end.
And so it's Cuminhim with it. He brings it up for Utah. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
What great burst by Drew Holiday there, and he just finishes with intent. That's a big-time move.
To the paint. Here's Kamare.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And the foul called on Cade Cuminhim. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Takes it inside. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. A rebound by the Jazz.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cuminhim. A talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Now here is Holiday. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Gobert.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Here's the screen. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Cuminhim. Here he goes.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Not loose. Levine with it. Now defended by Gobert. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Yeah, because of his size and skill, once Drew Holiday gets in the open floor, look out.
Outside, Levine. Back to Cuminhim. And so the timeout by Will Hardy. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And slam dunk by Kamara.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cuminhim, the type of player that you like to play with.
Now here's Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Ware. Still without a basket. Shot clock at 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Misses the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Leonard. Out can the Pelicans score. The Jazz trailing. Cunningham outside. Back to Kamara. And here's Cunningham. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Let's check in now with our Allie Laforce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Guys, back to you.
Locking in. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Leonard. And Ware pulls it down. Outside Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
No, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunny.
Holiday is an exceptional finisher. That frame is a big part of his game.
And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility over there.
And so it's New Orleans with it. After the basket by Utah. Gobert in the corner. Shoots over Ware. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Utah. Over to the left wing. Toppin pulls it in. The Pelicans trail. Outside Leonard. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Cunningham. Oh, 20 seconds left.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Holiday left side. 2 on the clock. Can't get the layup. And the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Jazz lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And you can see...
So do all of his fans. He doesn't disappoint. When he's got a clear path to the bucket, he's going to do something, special.
And given his ability, someone needed to rotate to try and contest that.
Here's Flag. Plays it up off the glass. Flag's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pelicans. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something? Grant, the league needs to clean up.
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen. Whether he's off ball or on it, you just love what Buzelis brings to the floor.
Here's Rollins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Simon's on the wing. Still yet to score. Done outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Levine. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Now Flag. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Outside Levine. Dunn right side. And it's in there. Dunn's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
Here's Rollins. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. The Jazz with the lead.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Levine, here we go. And he gets it to go. Levine's got his first basket.
Boy, hard to keep up with the quickness of Zach Levine. Get that first step off the drive, and it's over.
shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So Greg, talking about Jeremiah. For a second here, both he and his brother Jeremy Jr. play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure he attests he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
Here's Rollins, and the Pelicans miss again. Outside, Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Body control, flair for the dramatic. Levine in style.
Pass to Barrett. Messi grabs the rebound. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Simons surveying the D. Clock at 6. To the middle. And Capella sends it down.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Here's Flag. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Shot clock at 5.
Boy, nicely contested by Levine. He can be a smothering defender when focused.
Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New Orleans. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. In the corner, Barrett with it. They set the pick. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, it's all about how do you get the best players on your team, the shots they want in the offense. Put RJ in pick and roll and let him go to work.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Utah leading by 5. A minute 50 left from the first half of basketball. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now, here's Barrett. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense. RJ Barrett.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Leonard. Leonard dunks it down with force.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. That's good from Cunningham. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 57 seconds left from the first half. Outside Leonard. Inside Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
Pass to Kamare. And the 3 ball is good. Kamare's got 14 points for the game.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Down low. Here's Gobert. The layup off target.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Pass to Williams. There's the triple. Yeah. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Pelicans trailed by 6. Here's Leonard. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
A late first-round pick, Doris, back in 2022. Walker Kessler proving he was a sleeper. He has shown a lot for sure.
Oh, no question about it, Kevin. We are talking about a guy who's got size. He's consistent on the backboards. But there's an offensive arsenal there that maybe was a bit unexpected.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by Cade Cuminhim. Leonard battling for 2.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Here's Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Left side, Leonard. Shoots over Kamara. A rebound by the Jazz. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Levine, and he lays it straight in. Levine's got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And then Toppin with the jam.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Now here's Levine. 8 points for him. Cunningham looking around. Count that one. Cunningham's got 8 points.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Holiday goes in. And Holiday throws it down.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Everything going to Fred here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Yeah, this guy, when Levine gets to the cup, he's going up strong. That's nicely done.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And Utah making a change here. Outside Leonard. Gobert the screen. From the stripe. He comes that one off the back iron and down it falls. 12 points for him.
We've seen this script before. Kawhi Leonard starts early and continues throughout the course of the night. Defense is in for a long haul.
Stolen by Robinson. Outside Leonard. The rebound by the Jazz. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron James talked winning teams. He said to be successful, you got to have one, possibly 2 stars, but at the end of the day, you have to have those soldiers around them. You got to have the supporting cast and the rest of those guys that are going to be ready to go. Back to you guys.
Yeah, but team effort. Allie that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Gobert can't hit. Utah leading by 9. Outside Williams. Back to Cunningham. Over Holiday. No good off the front iron.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Kawhi Leonard able to navigate his way to the cup off the bounce. Yes, sir.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Teams will make substitutions. And so Simons will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 7-point differential. Here's Levine. Pelicans with the rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Rollins. Offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Levine. Buries it down low. Levine's got 15.
Levine cooking right now, and if I'm the defense, I'm trying to make sure I knock him off balance.
Pass to Joe. Here's Rollins. And he makes good on the way. Rollins got his second bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Outside, Levine. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot. 17 points for Zach Levine.
Great elevation on the J. Levine becoming more and more consistent with that.
Barrett, no good.
And battling hard on the glass. They hold the advantage here so far.
So they foul intentionally.
Third team foul.
New Orleans on D. They trail by 9 points. Simons on the wing. From deep. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game.
And you got to get out on that if you're the defense. Simons too big a threat from deep.
Here's Rollins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to Simons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Right there, Simons goes for work on the interior. He plays with no fear.
And Simons drops them both.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Rollins. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Rollins got 9 points.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Outside, Simons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simons has got the lead up to 12 now for Utah.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Utah. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jazz leading by 12. Driving to the basket.
That's insane quickness by Zach LaVine. Hard to keep up with him off the dribble.
They throw good, LaVine.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so LaVine nails both of them.
Zach LaVine, one of the most entertaining players in the league. Boy, when he's cooking offensively, look out.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
What an athlete this guy is. Coming down showing no mercy on that rim rattler.
Here's Leonard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
And so it's New Orleans with it. It's a 14-point game. Steps back and fires. Oh, offensive interference. Utah leading by 14. Outside, LaVine. Oh, good with the triple. On offense here, the Pelicans. Here's Flight. Cunningham with some nice D. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Leonard on the wing. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
We're seeing the offensive side of Kawhi tonight. One of the all-time great two-way players.
After Levine. Another miss by Utah. Pelicans trailed by 12. Out to Barrett. Beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, RJ Barrett has worked so hard to become a consistent three-point shooter. Go ahead, RJ. Put in the work.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his third foul of the game. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
A revenge bucket right there. Cunningham making up for the 3 points at the other end.
Outside Holiday. It's blocked. Has to Ware. Nice ball movement by Utah. Outside Levine. Back to Ware. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, Levine has really worked on those playmaking abilities. That's a pretty pass right there.
Barrett wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
It's stolen by Gobert.
Well, and on a night where he's been so smart handling the ball, that's his first big mistake.
Leonard with the bucket.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
Levine for three, and he's good on the three ball.
3 points.
Levine's got 18 points just in the second half.
Levine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
Leonard on the wing. Outside Levine. That three off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Flight. And Flight throws it down hard.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Cunningham. Got it to go off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Levine outside. 5 to shoot. Oh, the slam dunk.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Leonard. And there's the drive.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
He drills the three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Gobert.
And if he's operating in pick and roll, because Rudy Gobert is such a big target, hard to guard him.
A minute 20 left to play in the final quarter. stolen by Holiday. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Yeah, count it.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Utah.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Zach LaVine.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Just 5 to shoot. Barrett outside. Stolen by Levine. A deep three. Gobert there for the rebound. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Last game for the Pelicans, they ended up losing to the Golden State Warriors. Now here is Holiday. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Now here's Leonard. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Outside Leonard. Rebounded by Kamare. And so it's Cuminhim. He'll bring it up for Utah. On the wing, LaVine. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now, here's Cuminhim. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. They're taking on DeJounte Murray, the long, skilled guard. Coach telling me pregame, when he's locked in defensively, Murray is a problem. He can create havoc on the perimeter. Plus, I like how over the years he's built on his offensive game. DeJounte is such a solid player. Back to you, Kevin.
And Allie, thanks so much.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
Leonard on the wing. Pulls up on the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Leonard's got his second bucket tonight.
Such a strong wing. Quad can more than handle his own down low.
Reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Leonard misses off the right angle. Outside, LaVine. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Pelicans on D. Cuminhim outside. Toppin pulls it in. The Pelicans leading. Here's Leonard. Wow, what a play!
Unbelievable!
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First team foul.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
To the paint. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And now we've got the intentional foul. And Utah making a change here. Now here's Leonard. He has 6. And finished off by Gobert.
There's the unselfishness of Kawhi Leonard, keeping his teammates involved.
Inside. Stolen by Robinson. Outside Leonard. The shot from the low post is good. Leonard's got 8 points.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Here's Cuminhim. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Gobert, the screen. Leonard. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And all of that size rolling there after that screen. Gobert moves now with such confidence when in the pick and roll.
Now here's Cuminhim. Offline from the top of the key. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. And Leonard gets it to go. He's got 10.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Cuminhim looking around. Pass to Kamare. There's a screen. Oh, that was amazing!
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Cuminhim, that is nasty.
Left side, Leonard. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. .58 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Cuminhim. .41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. A putback. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Defensive.
Why, such a fiery competitor. He won't back down in the face of adversity.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the evening. Tim, one thing for sure, when Zion Williamson is right, he can carry all by himself in offense.
Well, there is no question he is an athletic freak. There is no answer for him when he is playing aggressively.
Launches a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 16 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Here's Rollins. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Pelicans. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be right back after this. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
Jazz trailed by 12. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the Jazz with possession. Levine feeling it out a bit. Drops in the layup for two.
And good job by Levine fighting for that position.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Oh, those kinds of unforced mistakes will drive any coach nuts.
And the Jazz with possession here. Trailing by 10. Outside, Simon. And they pick up two.
Yeah, they've got into a nice flow this quarter.
And we play through the first minute here in the second. Pass to Capella. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barrett. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. And it's Simons off the drive. Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage. And in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, making 25-foot-2s, I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year, and I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA.
And it's Barrett penetrating. Good. Barrett's got his first points of the game.
He's able to get all the way to the rim because he did a great job of taking advantage of that angle. The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Offensive rebound. Jacks up a three. Connects from three-point range. And now it's a 12-point Pelican lead. Here's Levine. Oh!
That's as good as it gets.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Now here's Capella. Still yet to score. And that one's good. Flag.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Levine. He has 6. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Rollins. Here's Flag. In the corner, it's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Outside, Levine. The three-pointer's off the mark.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. From past the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Rollins got himself on the board with 3 there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside, Levine. Plays it up. Dumps it in. Levine's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he's raising the stakes here in the second quarter and being more efficient in the process.
There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the fore.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Back over to you, Kevin.
He certainly plays without fear. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Bucket is good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Rollins, and it's denied.
Making good use of his rim. Rosales able to track down the block that time.
And there's a minute. 45 left to play here in the half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
You know, when you watch Cunningham, he can take total control of the game. He's got that 6'6" length, and then you combine it with his dribbling and passing ability. An impressive package.
And the foul called on Toumani Camara. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Leonard. Ricochet with the steal.
And that's a great play on defense here. Forced him to rethink the shot and then able to come up with the steal. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Here's Cunningham. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Cunningham. Count that one. Cunningham's got 11 points.
So good at playing through contact. The body control that Cunningham possesses is impressive.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 18. Has to go Bear. Shot clock at 5. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 8 points for him.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within.
Whoa! What a play!
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Leonard with the ball. Leonard down the line. What a jam.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. 15-point game. Has to wear. Cunningham outside. 6 to shoot. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And playing with great control, Cunningham is dictating the pace, getting to his spots, and taking it to the defense.
Outside Robinson. It's tipped. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Kamara. It's good.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Gobert of the screen. Here's Leonard. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop. That's the way I looked at it.
There's the pick. Outside, Levine. Over Holiday. The putback. Can't throw down the putback.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
Levine with a nice move. Levine's got 16.
A guy more than capable of creating his own offense. Sometimes you just give him the ball and get out of his way.
Leonard. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Levine's shot is off. Leonard looking around.